Well, we already have water refugees in the world, thousands and thousands of them, people who are seeking water and so moving from where they've run out of water or they've created deserts to places where there is water. Already there are 2 billion people living in parts of the world that don't have enough water, and well over 1 billion who have absolutely no access to clean water at all. So they die. I mean, basically, you know, when you can't afford water because they're pricing it, you go to the rivers that have cholera warning signs on them, and that's the water you use, and you watch your kids die a horrible death. More children die in our world of waterborne disease every day than HIV, AIDS, war, traffic accidents, and malaria put together. It's the #1 killer of kids, and it's absolutely, totally preventable. Half the hospital beds in the world are filled with people who would not be there if they had access to clean water. You know, I call it the inconvenient truth about water, because I think that the way the consciousness about greenhouse gas emissions and climate change has now suddenly begun to permeate everybody's mind, I think similarly this issue around water's got to get to that level where it's just really fundamental for people. But living without water is a crisis. And then if you're in a wealthier country like Australia that's running out of water, people aren't dying. That's absolutely true. But there is now a whole new frantic feeling about water, and people telling on each other if they water the lawns at night because they're not supposed to. I mean, they're now on boil water alerts, or they're on really, really strict water diets in the major cities, because, you know, Sydney has maybe 3 to 5, maybe 10 years of conventional water sources left. So they're building these great big desalination plants, which are expensive and energy intensive and produce a very highly polluting brine that you put back out into the ocean. And in my opinion is what you do when you've run out of every other option, right? But I mean, instead of thinking about real serious conservation and understanding that we have to change our ways and we have to protect source water, we're still in denial. And people need to understand that the Atlanta story is a story you're going to hear more and more and more about, even here in North America, where we've had this myth of abundance of water.